All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is to review the Arsenal versus Newcastle game. And yeah, very, very comfortable in the end. Newcastle looked toothless. They look non-existent, really. I think they worked hard, but you can really see the lack of quality. And I think a lot of us were fearing Almiron and just their general work rate. I was a little bit wary of Rondon as well. And I became even more concerned when I saw that Mustafi and when I first saw that Mustafi was starting, I just thought to myself, you know what, whatever, it is what it is. We can beat them even with this team. And I thought we largely played pretty well. I thought Ozil ran the show, to be perfectly honest. And you guys know, or it is the belief of a lot of people, that I have a difficulty complimenting Mesut Ozil. But today he played very well. I can't deny it. I thought he was excellent today. Just really tried to get things going and attempt to set the tempo. I thought his passing was on point. I thought Lacazette was brilliant as well. He's so good when he leaves the line because he works so hard, and that's what you want to see from a striker. And deserved his goal in the end. I thought, to be honest with you, unfortunately, the main talking point was the damn referee. I mean, I'm not one for criticizing referees, but this one was terrible. He was terrible. He was so bad, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I am not one for referees. I do think they have a difficult job. I do think their standard this season has been particularly bad, though. I think it is worth pointing that out. And it's their inconsistencies that I think drive people mad. There was just one, and this is just a relatively small one, but there was one where Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I think, gave away a foul throw, but then I can't even remember what happened straight after. I think it was like a handball or something where I thought to myself, so hold on, you're going to pull up that technicality, but you won't pull up the other. And those sort of things I find are pretty frustrating. But like I said, I'm not necessarily one for bitching at the rest, but I thought it was definitely something that I thought was worth pointing out. As you can see, I'm on audio only, and also joined in the same audio only chat is Ola. Say hello to the people, Ola.
What's happening, people? Another 3 points. The result that we all thought we was gonna get. I'm really happy about it. It's been a great night of football. Considering how long we've been without football. We've been without football now for 3 weeks, and we've had to watch everybody play on the weekend. We didn't get to play, so it's a nice return back to football. Nice.
What do you think of the game?
I thought it was I hate using the word routine win, because Newcastle didn't really come to really put up a fight. They tried to get physical in phases. I thought the selection, what we put out there, was good enough to get the kind of result that we wanted, and ultimately is what we wanted. And I'm so delighted with the way we handled it. We were. It was almost like one of those professional type games. We knew we needed the result today, and not one Arsenal fan would have cared how we got the 3 points, whether it was an own goal, whether it was like a deflection. Not one Arsenal fan would have given a fuck how we got the 3 points. But to get the 3 points in the way we did, a shot off the post by Rambo with the build up was fantastic, and that exquisite lob by Lacazette. Again, the partnership from these two growing from strength to strength. I mean, Aubameyang came off the bench and immediately was already trying to find Lacazette. And I feel I feel like he feels it owes Lacazette something, and he's been trying to get him into since the Ren situation. He's been trying to get him on the goal scoring sheet. So he's managed to do that today, and I'm delighted for both of them. Above all, delighted for Emery that doesn't get nearly enough recognition, praise from all quarters of the media, and is gone above the media lovey Pochettino. So fantastic for everybody involved, and I'm delighted for the fans as well.
Yeah, I think that's worth pointing out, because I think you still have a lot of people who, and I know he's a friend of yours, but was Gooner, for example, who doubt Emery.
I thought who was, but he drives me mad, man.
I just think to myself, who did you think was going to come in and be able to sort this mess out overnight? This is going to take a while to sort out. You know, we're playing with the likes of Mustafi. I mean, they're making jokes about him on commentary. Everyone can see the crap that Emery almost has to drag over the line here. I mean, there was one run that Mustafi went on, and I had to laugh. Where he went on a run. He did the first part really, really well.
Yeah.
And you just think to yourself, right, Mustafi, a little bit of composure. He clearly heard the complete opposite to that instruction and just hoofed it. It was like, bro, what is that? What is that? Oh man! But that's by the by. We won. I thought we played very well. And a little. I just said it to the guys before you arrived, but give credit where credit's due. I thought Mesut Ozil played very well.
Yeah. Is one player that I have to give his applause to. I thought it was fantastic in his movement. It tracked back, he worked hard, he made blocks, he shut down passing lanes, he covered almost every blade of the grass on the opposition half. It was working. I didn't think Ozil really had that kind of work rate in him, but he surprised me, and it took Emery to fire a rocket up his backside for him to start churning out these type of performances that we've all wanted. I mean, we all say it, when your talent doesn't work, we need hard work to prevail. And now we're getting that from Ozil. And he's got talent. You see the back heel he did to get to get Kolasinac on. He done a beautiful move to where Lacazette done the swivel shot.
There was a couple of beautiful moves.
Beautiful moves that he was involved in, and to pull off the things he was pulling off, it's not easy. But at the same time, he's got the quality to do it. So what we then want from you is hard work, and now we're beginning to see that. We're beginning to see that you putting in the work, you're putting in the miles, you're putting in the effort. You blocking shots, and that's all we want from him. And if he carries on doing that, who knows? He might keep himself in Emery's good books, shall we say? So when people are touting him being sold in the summer, we might not need to sell him if he starts to do what Emery wants, because we know he's got quality. but can he match it with hard work? And again, we saw a very, very good example of that tonight, that he can't do it. So it's not going to be a question of can you do it. He only does it when he wants to. Is you got to do what the manager wants you to do every time he sends you on the pitch. And if you can do it for 60 minutes, 70 minutes, and we get that intensity from you, that's all we want. You know, the manager will bring you on and bring on somebody else that'll give us as much intensity. I mean, I listened to Emery's press conference earlier on today, and he said, I don't care how many minutes you get on the pitch. When you get on the pitch, it's there to help us. Whether it's for 1 minute, whether it's for 45 minutes, whether it's for 60 minutes, you are there to help the team. So I think everybody in the team now, they've got the memo. They understand what this manager wants from them. You could be on the pitch for 20 minutes, but go and give you 110% in that 20 minutes. And that's all he wants.
I think it's pretty telling because before the game, there was a quote from Emre saying that nothing has really changed in his relationship with Mesut Ozil, but that he has himself noticed that Ozil's giving more effort in training. He can see the difference in Mesut these days, which is why he's starting games. I was like, so what is the problem, people? And I know people are going to, a lot of people become Emre out because Emre decided to do what I wished the previous manager would do and just drop Mesut to wake him the fuck up. As far as I can see, so far, it looks like it's working.
Absolutely. You're 100% spot on there, Chi. You're 100% spot on. What he's done is put his foot down and let everybody know I'm not going to take no nonsense from any of you. And if he starts with the highest paid player in the team, then that sends a wide message. He doesn't really have to do no power struggle with anybody else in the team. Everybody now knows their place.
Yeah.
And you could see the intensity that Aubameyang brought on when he came off the bench. He was running into the channels, working the channels. Lacazette worked the entire game. Guendouzi, even though every now and again it was slow, he put his body on the line. Even Mustafi, as bad as it was in patches of the game, because I thought in the second half he came alive and he made some really good tackles when they were running on the outside of him.
I will say he had a better second half. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he had a better. I thought he had a better second half, and this is them understanding. This is what the manager wants from you. Whatever it is you're doing, just put all your effort in it. And I'd also like to add the goal that was disallowed from the first half. The one Ramsey scored, that one.
Yeah.
Forget the whole goal being disallowed or anything like that. For me, I know Socrates got caught in that situation, but if you look at the manner of the way that he tugged that player down, it was hiding his hand right underneath the player's shirt to the point where I don't know how Anthony Taylor saw that. I don't think he's sorry. I think he's guessed.
It's funny you should say that because I was texting Lee. Shout out to Lee. I know he's going through.
Yes, Lee. Yes,
he's going through a couple of personal issues.
Yeah.
I hope he's all right. But he, me and him were like texting back and forth because he can't help himself. He was still trying to watch the game, and me and him were like, "How the hell did the referee even see that? Like, how did he see that?"
I don't think he's sorry. I think he's guessed because the Newcastle players appealed for
because
it.
The linesman didn't put his flag up. That was the right rule.
Yeah, the linesman. Yeah, the linesman didn't put his flag, and he would have been the one that would have seen it because he was on that side. So I don't know what influenced his decision other than the Newcastle players were appealing for something, and he just gave it to them. But the way Socrates disguised that foul and tugged him down, for me, is the shithousery. We've been saying it. Lee said it. You said it. A lot of people that's been on your platform have said it. Is the shithousery with Socrates. He does all these snidey little things. Is the dark arts, and the fact we ain't really had players that's that loves this type of dark art, just doing snidey stuff in the game. I saw a lot of that in Guendouzi tonight. Like when he gets the ball, the way he uses his body to shield it, the way he draws the foul. He loves to draw a foul.
Yeah,
And when
he loves it.
when he
turning
gets the
over.
ball, now I'm just expecting a foul now.
And I know sometimes that pisses people off.
Yeah,
but
because he
it
doesn't
is
get it all
clever.
the time.
It is clever, but you're right. He loves to draw a tackle.
He really loves to draw a tackle. And I thought, you know what, if that's your job on the pitch, and if that's what the manager sent you on to do, to break the play and give your players a bit of a breather, then by all means, he's doing a fantastic job at it. So I think
when Doozy has a bit of, this won't make sense because they play completely different positions, but he has a bit of an Iwobi in him, in the sense that I get what people find frustrating about Guendouzi, but I also see the talent in there. And I could see why the manager likes him as a player. Look, to be honest, and this is just me being real, I actually think the previous manager would have loved him.
Oh yeah, he loves players like him, and he's a young lad still learning the game. Only just you'd think he's been playing in this league for 2-3 seasons. There's players that's been playing about his age in this league for the last 2-3 seasons. That's nowhere near as good with the quality that he brings. And this guy's been playing in League 2 of the French league. It's ridiculous. And for Emre to show that much trust and that much faith in him, he must have known one or two things about him in his time at France. And that's probably why he's ended up with Guendouzi. Probably seen him in a couple of cup games while they were playing out there in the French league. And they thought, you know what, I like this lad, and do what you can to get him for me. And it showed. He's obviously earned the manager's trust, and he's played him in vital games. And to me, is proving a bargain at the moment. And I'm happy with him. And there's once everybody in the midfield is fit, the competition for places, will be is going to do us good. In the rest of the games that we got going on.
And I suppose that kind of then brings us on to Aaron Ramsey. He obviously played predominantly the first half and scored a disallowed goal, which should have remained.
Which I thought was a good goal.
And he obviously came off with a bit of a knock. Prognosis is that he should be okay for Everton. Everton does bring up an interesting, because is Torreira's suspensions up before the Everton game?
I think it got a 3-match ban and we didn't win the appeal.
So. It's a 3-match ban. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't win the appeal. So
Granit gets fit really, and because especially if Aaron is,
we're gonna need Ramsey in that game. We're gonna need him, but it's a good thing that we don't play in the middle of the week. Our next game is on the weekend, so that might buy us
Sunday as well.
Because they've had to kind of almost rush him back from the knock he had during the international week because it was a doubt to play today. But then again, Xhaka could be back by then, and I've almost felt like we missed him. I don't know. Watching the game, I just thought our distribution through the midfield. The way Xhaka sprays the ball left, right, and trying to find the wing backs. I thought maybe we missed him today, but the guys that we had.
Why you say that, and here's why I don't hate what you said, and that's because I think in the second half when they started to clearly chase the goal, someone like a Granit Xhaka was pretty good to just have there and start pinging balls left, right, and centre.
That pins them back. It pins them back.
I think when Doozy did that, but one thing I hate about Guendouzi, I must admit, is his first instinct is usually backwards. Whereas with Granit Xhaka, he does like a 5-way pass, he does, But I think one thing that I think Emre has
You
tweaked,
hit the nail on the head.
he's
Exactly.
tweaked in his game a little bit this year is that I've noticed, particularly in the last 3 games that I've seen Granit Xhaka play for Arsenal, he usually looks up and then thinks, right,
I mean,
what's
don't
the
get me
forward
wrong.
pass I can do?
Don't get me wrong. They both dwell on the ball to the point where they could
Yeah,
get into the
yeah,
test.
yeah.
But like you said, the difference between both of them is Shaka would think forward and try and spread the ball to the wing backs. But with Guendouzi, he's more likely to go backwards. But he does come to collect the ball a lot as well. So
Yeah.
overall, I'm happy. I'm happy with his performance today.
Who got man of the match in the end?
Mesut Ozil, and I think he deserved it. Like I
Yeah.
said, he covered every blade of the opposition. I don't know how he done it, but he
Yeah.
worked his bloody socks off, and this is what you want to see from him. And as long as we're seeing it every game, you know, there's nothing keeping him from starting in this team. People are trying to say, oh yeah, but he only does that at home. I don't think that's the case because even when Mesut Ozil hasn't played, we've been poor away from home anyway. So that can be down to Mesut Ozil. We can't blame Ozil for that, you know. So for me, everybody, look, there's this thing that shout out to Clive Palmer from Arsenal Vision. He said about Project 24 right at the start of the season when we went all those games unbeaten, and now we've got 8 games left. And you know we've just got 3 points of them 24 points that's available, and I think you know if we keep the momentum on, keep our feet on the ground, and you know keep a lot of our players fit, there's no doubt that we could go out and you know we could go out and rack up, I'd say 20 points easily, 20 points. I'd give us. So
well, we've got 7. Is it 7 games now we've got left?
yeah, so 21 points
There's
available
21
now.
points available. I think if we can get 18, we should have enough to at least secure top 4.
Yep.
18, which means we could afford a screw up because this is Arsenal. Let's be real. So 18. To be honest, 16 wouldn't be a disaster out of 21. But I think anything lower than 16, I think we're going to be struggling. But so far, so good. The challenge is to keep it up. But okay, that's pretty much it from us, guys. This is a real short show. I am very aware it's a Monday night. It's a school night for most of us. Ola, do you want to let the people know where they can find you?
Yeah, you people can find me on Twitter, Black Scorpion Free, and Instagram as well, Black Scorpion Free, same handle. And I'm sure Chig, as much as a gentleman is, he'll put it in the description below. You can go look it up there, so you got the right handle.
Of course.
No politics talking on my thing though. I know no politics vibe, but want to talk anything sports, combat sports, boxing, MMA, you know what I mean? Come talk to us, man. Man, we jam with you still.
Yeah, and you can follow me on Twitter at Colossal Chig. Follow me on Instagram, Gooner_Eagle_I1. The same handle except the one for the Patreon. All of our links will be in the description below. If you're watching this live, wait for the playback. It will all be in the description below. Me and Ola and Sadia, who will be making their Gooner Eagle Eye debut, will be all on for the weekend where we'll be discussing the Everton game.
Yeah, but Sadia has a sister still. She's wicked, man. I've done a few shows with her. She's
cool people. She'll be
man.
at the game right now, traveling back. So she's very knowledgeable. So
yeah, man, quick.
Be good to just kick it with her and chat about the game. So make sure you don't miss that. This particular review won't be a downloadable review, but that one on Saturday will be. It'll be a bit longer, so it'll be a bit more worth it. So that one will be on iTunes and SoundCloud. This one won't be. This one is strictly for YouTube. Just a short show, so it shouldn't harm the data too badly. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Come join us back probably on Thursday, I would imagine we'll do the preview. But follow me on Twitter. You won't miss it. Hit the subscribe button. You definitely won't miss it, particularly if you hit that notification bell. So make sure you do all those things. Also, crush the like button and get this show noticed. Get it noticed. Really drive up the traffic for the show. And that's pretty much it from us, guys. So take care.
Stay focused, Gooners.
Peace. Third place, baby.